Hey guys, welcome back to another childhood gaming video. It's been roughly a year since I've touched this series. Decided I'd pick up a couple games and try out the series again. This time we have Razor Freestyle Scooter on the Game Boy Advance. This game is also available on the Game Boy Color, PS1, Nintendo 64, and Dreamcast. However, this is the one I have experience with. It's a game that I used to bring with me whenever I had to go out Friday night to like a family dinner or something. I would play this. There is a single player that has not really a story mode, but it's kind of like a Tony Hawk's Pro Skater type deal. There's goals and stuff you gotta accomplish. There's practice, which is basically just like a free skate. There's a multiplayer, but you gotta have like the link cable or whatever it was for the GBA SP. Passwords. That's just there ain't really no cheats, just cheats to unlock the nothing to unlock anything or cool features or anything, just to complete all the goals on each levels. As you can see, there's only a handful of levels right off the start. Not too sure if there's any more or not that could be unlocked by completing the goals or not. But from the start, you get a handful of levels from the game. First of all, I just want to say the music in this game is terrible. It's just not good. I mean, there ain't no good beat to it or anything. You can't really, tap your finger along with it or nothing. It's just crappy music. We all know this GBA SP, or maybe just the Game Boy Advance in general. They don't really have, good speaker, whatever the internal thing is. But it's not really the quality, but it's just the actual music is just terrible. But maybe that's all they could really get into this game. The graphics for this game is actually not too bad. I just want to say that I think, in my personal opinion, I think they did pretty well on using the colors. I think this game is pretty colorful. But the controls for this game are completely awful. There ain't too many tricks. I believe there's like 15 tricks, something like that. The grinding in this game is near impossible to do for a long period of time. You will grind for a couple seconds and you'll bail just like that. I don't know if it has anything to do with speed or anything, but I can never really get the hand of grinding. But like I said, this game is pretty much like a Tony Hawk style game. There are goals to each level. As you can see right here, score 2,500 points, and you can read the rest. Like I said, there's only a handful of levels in this game. I never actually completed all the levels or many of the goals to know if there's any more that can be unlocked. But it's just it's kind of a fun game just to, mess around with. Like I said, the controls are bad. It's really hard to do a bunch of different tricks. You're going to see yourself, repeating the same crap over and over again. The game, maybe not this game entirely, but like the PS1 and Nintendo 64 versions, pretty well known to be pretty crappy games. Like I said, this game uses good use of the colors of the Game Boy capabilities. Don't have no problem with the graphics or any of the colors or anything. It's just mostly this game has terrible controls and terrible music. The game was actually fairly challenging. And as you can see, you get a certain time level, or time limit rather. Let's go to the scooter park. So basically, this was developed by Crave, I think, or published. It was pretty much their version of Tony Hawk, So there's, multiple sports games that kind of copied the whole Tony Hawk thing, There was, snowboarding games, skiing games, BMX games, and then there was scooter games. Now, this is only a game that you can really be interested in if you like scooting. And there's not really a whole lot of people these days, or rather, there wasn't really a whole lot of people in general who was really into scooting. I mean, there were people, don't get me wrong, they're around, but scooting was never really as big as skateboarding. Like, come on. Like, Razor, they're actually still around. I checked their website, and they're still selling new scooters and stuff. But so on to the level design. I'll just go ahead and try and scoot around this level. The level design isn't really the best in this game. I mean, I know it's a Game Boy Advance, so what can they really do? Oh, sorry about that, guys. I had a big cough. But yeah. But anyways, on to about the level design. Level design is not really great. I mean, they look nice primarily due to the use of colors and graphics that this game has. But I mean, look at that. I just built for no reason. Anyways, let's just show off one more level real quick. I'll speed everything up. Let's go to Aircraft Carrier. Probably my least favorite level in the game. The levels in this game honestly seem like the developers of this game had some volunteers come in and create like a custom-made park like you can in Tony Hawk, and the developers just to pick the best looking ones out of them all, and that was how the levels were made. That's what it seems like, and I'm pretty sure that's not. But these just seem like, generic little levels that someone would make in a park editor or something. Not very good. Like I said earlier, this is only a level that, not a level, a game that you can only get into if you like to scoot. And at this point, who's gonna want to go and get this game? It's actually fairly cheap on eBay. I know I said I used to play this game as a kid, but it was, oh wow, I actually went out of bounds. But this was only something I would take with me to restaurants or something on the weekends when I would have a eat out dinner with my family. Back in the day before, we all had cell phones and 3DSs and shit that had Wi-Fi and stuff on it. Nope. I just brought my Game Boy Advance SP or my DS, whichever point in time it was. But this game is definitely not on par with Tony Hawk at all. This is just a crappy alternative. I can't believe this is part of a childhood gaming video. But it's something I wanted to show and tell you guys of how crappy this game pretty much is. Can I make a better game? No, obviously not. But this is a fairly early Game Boy Advance game. This is from 2001. So with the use of colors and graphics, I know I said that term a lot. It actually isn't, bad looking or anything for the time that the lifespan of this game came out. But it's just the controls can't be very forgiving. There's not a whole lot to this game. You can't, use more than one character. And I'm pretty sure you can't unlock extra levels. There's crappy music. The only way that you can get any kind of enjoyment out of this game is if you're a huge fan of scooting or Tony Hawk games and you want to try an alternative to Tony Hawk and give yourself a nice little challenge. But it's not worth it, and also isn't worth it. The only reason why anyone would probably buy this game is just if they're a Game Boy Advance game collector. So I'm probably going to head it in this video, guys. I do have I have plans for another childhood gaming video. It's gonna actually be a full playthrough if I can get the game to work. Just in case I don't get it to work. It's actually a game I played when I was little and actually loved. One of my favorite games in the series. It's Rugrats Mystery Adventures. I actually ordered it on eBay the other day, or other week rather, and it came in the other day. But, those old Rugrats games are for, Windows 95, 98. I have my grandma's laptop over here that has a disc tray on it. It has Windows 10, but I'm going to try and get that backwards compatibility mode and stuff. I'm going to see if I can get that to work and whatnot. I'll find a way to get it working. That'll be my next childhood gaming video. I've been lacking on these childhood gaming videos. Like I said, this is like the first one in around a year. And that's because, well, the only one in the series that actually did good view-wise was Thinking Things, which had like over 3,000 views. And like I did Toy Story, and I got a few views, and Bugs Life, that got a few views, but that was really it. And but I want to try and revive it again, little. I'll probably won't make it like an all-the-time thing, but this video and next video, and it's depending on how they do. I probably won't do another one until like next year, because I have plans for other videos. But yeah, guys, this has been just a showcase of Razor Freestyle Scooter. If you have any questions or anything, just comment down below. If you want to know anything about the game or anything, comment. And if you guys maybe perhaps want to see me play a game from my childhood or your childhood, for you guys who don't know, I don't remember if I said it in my older childhood video thingies. These are gonna be games in the series that I played as a kid, all the way up from when I first started gaming up till high school, I guess. I think I first started high school in summer of 2008. So any game from 1998 to 2008, and I played the game, I'll probably be a childhood gaming video. Because I'm pretty sure I started gaming when I was 3 or 4 years old, around there. I had the PS1 and Nintendo 64 and stuff, and plenty of games. Most of the I wasn't really restricted on what kind of games I could play. So I was like 5 or 6 or 7 years old playing like Resident Evil 2 and 3 or something. And playing Grand Theft Auto 3 when that first came out. I was like 7 maybe when that came out. And then I was sitting there playing Castlevania and all that. So, but none of those are really going to be any part of my childhood series. If it's rated M and I played it as a kid, it's not going to be in my childhood series. I have actually played through most of the GTA games on my channel, and even though those are mostly from my childhood, I don't count those as my childhood gaming video, just like I will in Resident Evil. Resident Evil Gaiden might be a thing in the future that I could do, because it's not really too violent. But anyways, guys, I'm jogging this on. I want to thank you guys for watching if you made it this far, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Peace out.